He is the exalted one, Mr. Brodie Lee.
I wanted to be a successful professional wrestler, and I wanted to get into these gritty and grimy feuds that have these crazy matches that mean something. Before I was even hired, Claudio calls me. He goes, "Hey, but somebody wants to talk to you." It's a man I've never met, never spoken to, nothing. And he, for the next 10 minutes, rattles off these ideas of what the Wyatt family became. Literally everything he said was exactly what he wanted to present it that way, and I just happened to fit in perfectly at the time.
You know, he's a brother to me. Since NXT, the early days, it's always been me and him, you know. We kind of crafted this thing together.
I have nothing to do with anybody else that asked for their release. Like, I'm a completely separate entity. I just want to wrestle. And that's the thing, like, it was becoming a thing where I was running out of time. And it becomes like, do I want to do this? I don't want to run out of time. I want to do it while I still can. I just want to wrestle around the world again and just do it on my own terms.
And on Saturday, Cody, you are going to put some respect on my name. You are going to put some respect on the Dark Order's name.
I have a very clear vision of what I want Dark Order to be, and I think I can bring it up to a certain level that it should be at and make a huge impact. And again, like, make a difference in the industry of professional wrestling.
My father passed away in 2001. I debuted a month after he passed away.
I guess if I had a goal in life, it was to be as good a dad as my dad. And I think I'm on my way. And I guess for me to be able to do that, it's super special. He's one of the biggest fans in the world. For him to be able to see what I've done and the person that it's made me, I can't really describe it.
One of my favorite matches of all time is Piper vs. Valentine 1983, the dog collar match. So in discussion of what should the big match be that we do, I almost jokingly threw out, let's do a dog collar match. And everyone goes, yeah, that's a great idea. And I was like, oh my God. So then the day of, they say, hey, Valentine's coming and he wants to talk to you. You know, it was unreal. Then after the match, he pulled us aside, said how impressed he was, like how much he loved it. And it was crazy. And then they had that great shot of him at the end, him just applauding. Feels very special to me.
In this stage of my career, like, there's nothing I would ever take for granted, like, especially now. And also the ability to make a difference in the industry is unreal feeling. And it's almost like in 20 years, like, what am I going to be remembered for? So, like, maybe it'll be helping change the business for good. As much as, you know, you want to talk about, like, John Huber's, as a person, Huber Boy 2, Brodie Lee, Luke Harper are all Jonathan Huber, and I'm that because of those three personalities, I guess. And professional wrestling made me what I am. It's very powerful.
All right, Mr. Mumbles, King's Court, East 905. We on that King's going on that wrestling. This is AEW recap. So as you can see, tonight is going to be not New Year's Bash, but this is in honor of Brodie Lee, who passed away, I believe, on the 24th. So condolences to him and his family. So tonight they have done a special AEW broadcast for the Exalted One of the Dark Order, Brodie Lee. So I believe the matches will have something. The people in the matches will be doing it in honor of Brodie Lee, and everybody is going to be doing that. That's why the beginning of the night I did show the honor that they were playing. They did do a little something on WWE as well, but not nearly to the level that everybody really wanted to hope for. So all through the night, they're going to be having little, different wrestlers giving honor to the life of Brodie Lee. So all right, so the first match, we have Matt Hardy, who is coming with accompanied, as he has been the last bit, by the tag team Private Party. Like, these guys are so skinny. Like, they've got some good moves, but they are so skinny. Like, they need to, maybe wear pants that don't show their lack of muscular build. Like, it's funny to me, like, watching these guys. They have some very good moves, but I don't know. It's hard taking them serious on the way their build is. It's really kind of comical to me. But so Matt Hardy and the Private Party going against the Young Bucks, one of the best tag teams of all times. Think about the Rockers 2.0, the Rockers, but better. If both of them were the Rockers, if both of them were Shawn Michaels, is what I kind of. All right, join the Dark Order. So in honor of the Exalted One of the Dark Order, one of the members who was brought in by Brodie Lee, Colt Cabana, is the third one in the match. So it was a good match. We're not going to be really watching it. Of course, you're going to see some high-flying moves by all of these guys, able to do, like, this with a good, And, of course, Colt Cabana couldn't be kept out there, so he had to join in his own way. The indie guys all are ones that are able to do the high flying big moves there. So the match was pretty much going well for Private Party and Matt Hardy. They were pretty much doing well for it, and they looked like they were going to win. And one of the things that happened was Matt Hardy wanted to bring a chair involved, and Private Party, as they're not that type of wrestlers, really were against it, and that really was the turning point, which caused the match to go. Watch it. I've always liked these guys. Watch this is pretty well. Great combination. Delete. And what did he hit him here with? Watch. Swanton. Another. Watch this. And it was almost over. They had to save it. See how these teammates got the chair, the referee's out of the way, but they're not taking part into that. That's not the type of winner that they want to be. They're not, but so in honor of Brodie Lee, they got the win. You can always check to see, if you want to see the match there, you can always check it yourself. Let me give you guys. Just in case you guys need the link, you'll be able to see it there. So that was the first match there.
Claimed. Come on. Let me have it. Look at this. There's Chris down. Brodie is there. It's Frizzle. Look at this. Juice. Oh, no. Look at this. He caught him. Oh, the blindside super kick. That had tailored suits. He was 6'7". You have to go to Taylor.
Those are the sons of
-1, taking it all in here.
That is a wonderful sight.
His little brother Nolan, also here, only 3 years old. And of course, Brodie's wife Amanda also. Hey, yo! Hey, I got something to say about all this Dark Order stuff tonight. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. It's the Acclaimed. Come on. Let me have it. Look at this. There's Chris down. Brodie is there. It's Frizzle. Look at this. SCU's not having it. Oh, wow. But, oh, again.
And Cabana.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
That's a boom boom right there.
Cabana shutting up the Acclaim, thankfully.
And with the Dark Order symbol as
symbol
well.
for the Dark Order.
I think that's the first time Cabana's really acknowledged and embraced the Dark Order.
I think you're right.
Brodie Lee's son in the front row with his mask on. One of the biggest wrestling fans, very knowledgeable, great kid. Product of his ages, the enters the out. Doesn't matter, because when the inner circle's in there, we're going to throw down the beating of all beatings, tribute show or not.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Penelope Ford will team up to take on the reuniting Ty Conti and Anna Jay of the Dark Order. Anna Jay was recruited personally by Mr. Brodie Lee, and she will tell you herself her career has blossomed since.
And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, some of the chaos with Eddie Kingston.
Yo, what up? All right, so this next matchup, okay, so we had Lance Archer, Evil Uno, Stu with Jake the Snake, so the Dark Order with Lance Archer going against Blade Kenny. Hold on just a second. It was, yeah, so Blade, Butcher, and Eddie Kingston in a triple threat match there. So, you know, Eddie Kingston starts walking out with the bunny. So Eddie Kingston stalks.
I love you. I miss you. This is for you. But now that all the niceness is out the way, the Dark Order's nothing without him. And we're going to prove it tonight, you cowards.
Wow. Well, welcome to the celebration of life here.
Well, again, we are celebrating Mr. Brodie. A little Brodie Lee did.
Great big boot. It took him many times to the face.
Oh. How about a man this size?
Is infatuated.
Amazing night we're having. We're kind of just getting started.
Absolutely unbelievable. I can feel the emotion, the electricity.
So quick to go. He wanted to go. You could tell, like, if he had to get out there at 2 a.m. to be home at 5 a.m., that's what he was going to do, and he was going to race home to see his family.
For the last several months, we were able to reconnect and hang out like we had never missed a beat, which is how wrestling goes. But instead of talking about wrestling, we would talk about our kids and our wives. I think that Brodie, if there were a Mount Rushmore of wrestling dads, I think Brodie should be on that face.
Okay, so that match was a good match, you know, back and forth, moves, you know, but you could see the emotion, you know, that everybody was feeling and doing it in honor. You know, Eddie Kingston still had to, you know, give a big up to Brodie Lee, even though he was taking out the Dark Order. The match was led by Evil Uno, and the Dark Order took away the win. At the end of the match, we even got to see some old school vintage Jake the Snake with a short arm clothesline, which was very nostalgic for somebody of my age. So it was really a good match to see. Both teams did well, and you can see, you know, the Dark Order is using that extra push and that extra oomph of the spirit of Brodie Lee to get them another victory there. Yeah, so we got another match going on here. Okay, so it was Hangman Adam Page, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver going against MJF, Santana, and Ortiz of the Inner Circle. Interestingly, the Dark Order have been trying to recruit Adam Page for a little bit into the Dark Order, and it looks like this was an emotional moment enough that Adam Page did join and did accept his invitation there. This was a great match, some nice moves there, especially gotta give to Alex Reynolds there, did some great moves. And let's see here. There's a couple of movesets that I did want to go over here. I like this whole set here. This whole move set here from Adam Page. I've always liked Adam Page. Really underrated. Like, I feel he just needs the right character there. Look. Smooth set from there. Boom. Yeah, I really liked, that was a good move set here. Let's see. Yeah, this was really good set. Yeah. I like this move here. Literally just it's not just one-sided. There was another good move that I wanted to show from the match. Look at this move. Love that move. That was kind of crazy. This was kind of crazy there. So, this is the son of Brodie Lee getting involved in it. Very good. I liked. And a clean finish there. So you see, it looks like at the night, the power, in honor of Brodie Lee, Dark Order is really stepping up and taking their win. Out comes, Brodie Lee's Wyatt brother. As you see, straight, like, tears, like, and these are not, like, fake. These are guys that have came up together and know each other's families and know each other's kids. And so it looks like Adam Page is accepted into the Dark Order.
when I didn't believe in myself. I want to tell Brodie Jr. and the little Rhino and Nolan, your father's not gone. As long as you're alive and you remember him, and you remember his teachings, he's never gone. Your father wasn't just a warrior in the ring. Your father was a warrior outside of it. And when I mean a warrior outside of it, I mean he took care of his family. Many men don't do that nowadays. Your father took care of you and loved you. From the day you both were born, he loved you so much.
This is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, the team of Ty Conti and Anna Jay.
It's so great to hear the hearts being expressed, the feelings, the real feelings, not TV persona feelings, but the feelings of human beings. And I think we're all getting a picture now of just how important Brodie Lee was to our business and AEW specifically. Folks, we've got a beautiful tag team matchup coming up for you. Don't go away.
All right, so next we had a women's tag team match with Anna Jay, who, as I said, was a Brodie Lee recruit into the Dark Order, and Tay Conti versus Dr. Britt Baker and Penelope Ford. And it was an okay match. I'm not the most experienced with these girls there. Some good moves here and there was some nice continuity. As the theme of the night goes, the power of Brodie Lee and the Dark Order still reigns supreme, with the winners being Anna Jay and Tay Conti on a great tag match. R.I.P. there, Brodie.
What's going to happen here next week is going to be the Mexican Nut, Chris. We got Snoop Dogg coming down. His gin and juice, his mind on his money, and his money on AEW Dynamite. Talking about the Go Big Show and Dynamite right here.
An AEW World Championship matchup, Kenny Omega, the champion, accompanied by Don Callis, will be challenged by Ray Phoenix. Could it be the match of the year? And ladies and gentlemen, also, after those moving remarks earlier tonight, the return physically to our facility here at Daly's Place, the former champion, Jon Moxley, in person next week.
AEW Women's World Championship will be on the line as Hikaru Shida defends against the ghastly, the horrifying Abaddon next week at New Year's Smash Night 1. Not only that, the Young Bucks will team up with SCU to take on the Acclaimed and TH2 in a huge 8-man tag team matchup.
And this has got Slobberknocker written all over it, folks. Jake Hager finally one-on-one with Wardlow. It could implode the entire Inner Circle.
And ahead of the premiere of the Go Big Show, Cody Rhodes will go one-on-one with the mat technician, the high-flying Matt Seidel, next week.
And I'm not happy with your work, Excalibur, so I'm going to be back here next week to keep you in line and give some more amazing insight as only Le Champion can do.
I literally cannot wait for Night 2 of AEW's New Year's Smash on January 13th in 2 weeks. That night, we will see the TNT Championship on the line as Darby Allin takes on the challenger, Brian Cage of Team Taz.
And you talk about a difference in style and personalities. Jurassic Express will take on FTR.
And we will also have Chuck Taylor against Miro, Dr. Britt Baker against Thunder Rosa just signed, Pac versus Eddie Kingston. That's all in 2 weeks. But coming up next, JR, with this huge 6-man tag team match.
Big time, Team Taz will take on the Dark Order, and this is going to be quite a matchup.
This is a matchup that was handpicked by -1.
Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and 10, who were handpicked, like you said, by -1. His 3 favorite wrestlers here in AEW.
Great story, true story. And here is our next very special tribute.
I had the pleasure of working with Brodie Lee, Luke Harper, 27 times. And I know this because Alex Marvez told me that today. And one of those times was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I was in my room and I was looking at the ceiling and there was this mark on the ceiling. I thought it was a bug at first, and I thought somebody had just put a sticker up there. It was really annoying me. And Brodie came to my room to hang out, and I was telling him, look at this sticker on the ceiling. What is this? I hate it. It's bugging me. He says, it's not a sticker. That's the arrow pointing to Mecca. And I was like, how do you know that? He's like, everybody knows that. I'm like, I didn't know that. And that sums up who Brodie was. A giant, but very intelligent, very smart, very funny, sarcastic sense of humor. Knew all of this trivia that he could just spew out of his mouth at any moment's notice. He was also one of the best performers in the ring that I've worked with. And I'm not just saying that because he's gone. I believed in him. I helped bring him into AEW. And one of the small mercies about all of this is the last 6 months of his career, he proved to everybody what he knew he could be, which was a main event a star, a legit money-making star, a pay-per-view headliner. And I'll end it with this. I have a dog, a silver lab. Her name is Oakley. She's very angry towards strangers, very barking, not the friendliest of dogs. John came to my house. He walked in the door, and Oakley came right over and started licking his hand right away. Even she knew what a great person John Huber was. I love you, Brodie, and we're going to miss you, man. We promise we'll take care of you, your family. We promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event tonight is the Brodie Lee Jr. six-man dream match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied by Hook and Taz at a total combined weight of 746 pounds. Powerhouse Hobbs, Absolute, Ricky Starks, and the Machine Brian Cage. Taz.
Yeah, of course not the,
What an imposing trio Starks, Hobbs, and Cage make.
A lot of agendas going to be addressed here in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Darby Allin's going to lead a trip out here to take care of some business when we come back.
Number 10.
Number 10, as he's known, Preston Vance in some circles, a tremendous two-sport athlete in his high school and college days, transitioning to pro wrestling and was recruited by Mr. Brodie Lee.
And you might be saying, what is this? What's going on here? He has been chosen, handpicked by -1, aka Brodie Jr., Brodie Lee's son, who loves Preston Vance. Look at that. That's his guy right there. So this match was handpicked, this team, by that young man right there.
Little Brodie still got his kendo stick.
I think it's got some hair from MJF stuck in it.
That's good.
Little punk.
He's your guy.
Speaking of partners, first, being accompanied to the ring by best friends from wherever, weighing whatever, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Chris,
He
you
does
throw
that.
that jacket away. He still owes me $7,000 for that jacket. I tried to get a quick.
His whole image with the feet head and the back and stuff.
You donated maybe to Goodwill.
You know, like I find him, you know, I find him kind of deep, not
skulking out of here.
So much history between Trent, Chuck Taylor, and Orange Cassidy with Brodie Lee, with Brodie's family.
Once again, Brodie Lee choosing Orange Cassidy to be in this match after Orange had an amazing match against Brodie Lee only just a few months ago.
Cody's son picked for this matchup. The number is
To be accompanied to the ring by the Enforcer, Arn Anderson from Atlanta,
I like
Georgia,
that Arn
weighing
Anderson.
227 pounds, the American
I always thought Arn Anderson would be a
Cody.
you know.
You know what, guys? This has been an amazing night. It really has. What a main event we got, thanks to -1. But you know, when you strip everything down, this is not about ratings. It's not about bottom lines. It's not about numbers. It's about friendship, and it's about love, and it's about how much we respected Brodie and how much of a family. What a main event we got, thanks to -1. But you know, when you strip everything down, this is not about ratings. It's about how much we respected Brodie and how much.
You know, and we're going to be here for you as well, buddy. As his older brother, Brodie Jr. watches on.
It's Nolan Rhino.
Nolan Rhino, Brodie Gorilla.
That's what they are.
Didn't Nolan Rhino used to play for the Houston Astros? Come on, Jericho. Here we go. Big Will Hobbs. Look at this guy throwing around Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, you don't want to run into him, guys.
In any way, shape, or form.
Powerhouse Hobbs taking Cody off of his feet.
He just looks mean.
It's because he is, man. I stay clear of him backstage.
You better stay clear of me, too, if you know what's good for you.
Don't worry about that.
That's Team Taz.
Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs and
They're gonna have some. So,
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser cheeser. Oh.
Everyone.
It's coming for you, late.
all right. So for the main event, it was Team Taz with those members there going against a team that was picked by Brodie Lee Jr. So Dark Order's number 10, Orange Cassidy, and Cody Rhodes. So we have a great match going back and forth, you know, everything's going good, and basically in honor of the night, Dark Order have a clean sweep of the matches won by Dark Order's number 10. And then before Team Taz can fight, you know, and attack after the ring, the bell goes dark and out comes sorry about this. So, you know, out comes what's it called, Alan, coming from the back, and Sting comes out as well. The crowd starts giving a chant for, you know, the crowd going crazy there, and they start giving basically a chant for Brodie, and the lights go out, and the lights come on with a tribute from Cody to Brodie there. I will play the tribute there that was done by Cody Rhodes. Let's get that going here for you.
I had to write this memo the other day, and I was looking for a quote, just something that would encapsulate somebody like Brodie Lee, and I came across this Samuel Johnson quote. I probably will butcher it, but I think you'll understand it. It says, "You can judge a man's character by how he treats somebody who can do him no good." Over the past week, we've heard all these stories of all these different people, these degrees of separation, who were positively affected by Brodie Lee. There has never been a wrestler in every company, in every locker room, with every member of management to have that one-to-one connection, and that's why everyone is affected so deeply. In short, he was a beautiful man. And he leaves behind a beautiful legacy, and I want to introduce to you that legacy right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome -1 Brodie Lee Jr.
Brodie Lee Jr., -1. You, your family, these boots are retired. Your father, the greatest TNT champion, with all due respect, the greatest TNT champion we've ever had. To you and your family, the TNT champion for life.
Holding the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. We're here to honor one of not only wrestling's greatest champions, but one of wrestling's greatest men, and a man who has one of wrestling's greatest families. And they're here tonight, and we put a special tribute together, and there's no better way for us to end the show tonight than this. So here's a tribute to a great man. Here's a tribute to Mr. Brodie Lee.
I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Brodie Lee, and I am the Exalted One.
Well, my time went so quickly, I went lickety-splickly out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, I'm
All right, so you know what I'm saying. So that was the night there with a good review for. It was a good honor to give honor to Brodie Lee for what he brought. He was the main eventer there. You know, more than WWE did. So I will be back Friday night doing our SmackDown recap and recapping everything else, Ring of Honor, whatever else went on through the week. That's right. I'm still looking, because we're going to be doing the new show starting February, still looking for some co-hosts. So if you are a wrestling fan, or if you know somebody that's really into the wrestling, tell them to holler at me. King's Court ENT on Twitter, Mumbles905 on Instagram. Please like, subscribe, share the video, show some love. East 905, Mr. Mumbles. We out here for now. Peace.